Hello everyone, welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is episode 12, and well, we're back here outside of the training area, and you will notice something on our hip right here. That's right, we do have our sword back that mysteriously disappeared at the end of the last episode, and while that is great, unfortunately, it is not all good news. So what I had to do and what I tried to do between episodes was figure out how my sword disappeared and why. So this save that we're in right now is actually, we've actually not, is technically an older save. I'll show you here. If I pull this open, I had to reload. I tried reloading here, which is where we turned the ring in. I came over here and tried doing the training in a bunch of different ways. The first way I tried doing it was with practice swords to get those levels back that we earned training. And I keep calling him Robard. It's not Robard, it's Bernard. I don't know if I called him that this episode or not, but I definitely did last episode. So I tried training with practice swords, thinking that, you know what, maybe using the live swords got rid of it. This practice sword got rid of it, and I said, okay, well, let me try unequipping the sword and doing it. So I reloaded, unequipped the sword. It was still in my inventory, did practice swords, got rid of the sword again. Okay, reloaded, put the sword in my horse's inventory, tried doing the training both with practice and live swords, got rid of it again. And I said, okay, reload once again, go down to where Peshek's house is, put my sword in the chest all the way down there, come up here, do the training, and after I finished the training, I went down there, the sword was gone. I was like, crap, okay, well, let's try one more thing. I tried doing all of that again, but instead of longsword training, using mace and shield training, and yet, again, my longsword disappeared. So, what that means for us is those levels that we acquired at the end of last episode, we do not have. So we do not have the extra strength, we do not have the extra defense, we don't have the extra warfare, or the extra sword level that we got during that training session. And because this seems to be a bug, I went to Reddit, and I went online very carefully trying to avoid spoilers. Thankfully, I was able to, looking for fixes to this bug. And the only thing that I saw was to use console commands. And I tried that, and that didn't work either. And honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. I really don't want to use console commands. So we are basically right before we train with Captain Bernard in the last episode. The only thing that I didn't do was I did not go back up here and find that house, but it's okay. We know it's somewhere over here, and I know I can't even open it yet. Open the chest that's there. We'll come back to it. We still have the treasure map. So what I'm going to have to take this as, honestly, is we're just not gonna come train with Bernard anymore. We're gonna, if you really want an RP reason, he's taught us everything he can at this point. It is unfortunate, but we will have to gain our levels elsewhere, which really does stink because I really needed that extra strength. But we'll get it, I'm sure, through combat, you know, as the game progresses, and maybe we'll have some other training opportunities, and maybe the tournament, whenever that comes back around, that we'll be able to get some levels there. And actually, any training opportunities we get, I'm probably going to be pretty hesitant moving forward, because this really was a headache that I was trying to fix for several hours, actually. And it just never... I've done the training with Bernard so many times at this point. Hopefully that actually has a positive effect on our combat abilities. But I wanted to... I did not ride into you. What are you talking about? I wanted to get back into kind of the main quest lines here, and actually let me pull open our quest log. So we have Ginger's hiding out. Find the bandit and the Neuhoff bandit in Ujitz. Vengeance, this is all part of this, so these are connected. Mightier than the sword, that's going to scribe in Ujits, I believe. Pen is mightier than the sword, maybe it's time I learned to read. And then there's courtship here, which I actually have not read yet. Teresa Miller Peshek's niece is a good friend of mine from Skalitz. I've known her since we were children, and we've been through a lot together. Go see Teresa, the mill wench, before noon. So we need to go. That's the taking Teresa on a walk. So we just need to go there before noon. It is technically that time, but by the time we get down there, it will be past. So we will have to take Teresa on a walk some other time. There is something else that I did see on the map, unfortunately, between episodes. I think it's over here. Yes, the apothecary. Oh, there, and the alchemy bench. I want, before we get going on, going up to Ushitz, I would like to actually figure alchemy out, at least a little bit. At least know what I'm looking for. I haven't come down here yet, but I did see them on the map while I was doing my fast travels around Rate and all that good stuff. Oh, hello, shop guard. I'm curious, where is the actual alchemy bench? Is it... Might be through that door.
Heavens, lad. You're looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Last time I saw you, I thought you were ready for the priest.
Oh, I'm healthy again.
I'm feeling as good as new.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
About that debt.
That debt.
We'll just pay it, I guess.
No, I won't be paying you anything.
Wait.
Is that right? When you're at death's door,
Wait.
you need me. But once you're on your feet,
Did I just completely misread that?
But you'll be back. Mark my words. You'll be back when you need
I
something.
did. Please don't make me lose reputation.
Jesus Christ.
About the debt.
About that debt.
What did I click? I won't pay. Okay.
Here you are.
I was reading the bottom one when I clicked the top one. That's
you.
my bad.
I'm glad to see you're a man of honor. Is there anything else I can do for you?
About Rate. How's life?
What's life like in Ratai?
Life is good here.
Is it Rate
By
or
God's
Ratai?
mercy, the war's passed us by so far. There's nothing but them refugees to disturb the peace.
I do need to talk to them as well. I haven't actually talked to them. Well, let's see what you got. Ooh, potion. Horses and dogs love you. Increase your horsemanship by 5. You feel like Achilles. Withstand. I think we've taken one of these, right? A bitter herb, a liqueur that puts your strength in your blood, but also bewilder your eyes with strange visions. Your strength and warfare skill increased by 5 for 10. Or wait, increased by 5. Yeah, increased by 5 for 10 minutes. And then we got a bunch of ingredients. Buck's blood, powerful stamina potion for your endurance. Firms the arm during archery, improves your bow skill. That could be super useful. 88. Digestive potion. Through the stomach, reduces overstuffing and cures food poisoning. Restores energy, wakes you up and keeps drowsiness away. Okay. Lazarus potion. In the space of 5 minutes, adds 100 health. Causes a hangover, cancels the effect of marigold decoction. Makes you fall asleep in no time. Energy reduced to 0. Ooh, so you could poison someone with that. You just knock them out. We know what that does already. Nighthawk. Slightly toxic substances in the potion dilate your pupils, so your night vision is improved. For the next 10 minutes, you can see better in the dark. Oh, that's really cool. Ooh, recipes. Look at that. Oh, the recipes are very expensive. Save your schnapps is 196. Okay. Recipes probably wouldn't do us any good because I don't think they look like they were in books, and I can't read yet. Lockpick is hard there. We've got it says we have an alchemy bench here somewhere. Is it around back? Maybe it's through that door. Probably am not supposed to go in there. Let's see. Oh, I can see in the window. Open. Am I allowed in here? I mean, it doesn't say I'm trespassing. That's good. Start alchemy. Oh, here's the alchemy bench. Okay, how does this work? You learned venoms and poisons. Tea. Oh. Useful skill. Transfer. Yep. Alchemist lab. You'll find right side. Wait. In the alchemist lab on the right side, you'll find a bench. Side of the bench, a herbarium, which lists properties of herbs, all recipes you have learned so far. Open with E using Q. So on the right-hand side, there's a book that tells us what we need. Degree of difficulty brewing itself varies in each recipe. First steps to pour the potion base, which you'll need. Which I wish I had my cursor on me. So the base is has the arrow. So the base is on the top left. You add the ingredients to the cauldron from the shelf on the right. Okay. If the recipe demands that you take care to grind, the mortar and pestle. You can use the dish next to the mortar and pestle to prepare these ingredients. Okay. Next step is to brew the mixture on the prescribed flame, which is regulated by means of bellows. Use Q. Sometimes stuff just to warm it on a low heat. Sometimes it has to be boiled. You have to work the bellows until the mixture bubbles. Carefully timed, so use the hourglass. Brewed potion can be poured directly from the cauldron into the phial or passed through the distiller. The recipe steps must be adhered to precisely. If you deviate too much, yeah, it'll fail. Okay. So the book is on the right. Do I actually know any recipe? I can't read though, right? Read. That's I'm assuming this is Savior Schnapps based on the word scramble. But wow, that's actually... Oh, sorry, there's a recipe for Savior Schnapps. I need nettle and belladonna. But I don't know what the rest... I'm not going to sit here and unscramble all that. So we definitely need to go learn to read from the scribe. But we got the still, dish, mortar, pestle, hourglass, inventory, potion ingredients. Okay. Spirits, oil, wine, water, vial, bellows. Okay. Stand glass. Okay, so we got one recipe. One recipe, but we can't read it yet. So we need to go to Ujit's. That's what I'm hearing now. Oh, it's noon. Yeah, that's actually really cool. Good attention to detail there.
Yeah.
Just running through the streets. All right, let's, before we head out, I'm going to talk to some of these refugees over here. See if they have anything to say to us. They need us to do anything. Hickman.
Good health to you.
Good health to you. How's life in
How
Rattay?
does life in Rattay suit you?
Them Rattay folk would rather drive us out of here. They won't give us no work, and they won't let us beg. So what are we supposed to do? Fucking war.
Did you find out what actually happened?
They say Sigismund is at war with the Czech lords and abducted the king.
Yep.
And our lord sides with Wenceslas.
Okay.
Good luck then.
And the dialogue there. Are you the only refugee over here right now? Where is everyone? Surely there's more people.
I'd be lost without your kindness.
I don't see it. Okay. Well, to Ujit's it is then. Which we're gonna do quite a bit of writing. The closest area. We're fast travel to Talmberg and then ride over. Looks like there is a road. This road right here probably leads right there. So, away we go. And if we encounter anything on the road, I guess that's opportunity for us to pilgrim. Who's clearly keen on talking to passersby. Sure, we'll examine. Hello, friend. Oh, it's a beggar.
Please, sir, help me.
What happened?
What's happened to you?
I've walked all the way from Kuttenberg, but as you can see, I'm barefoot. My feet are frayed to the bone.
Ooh.
Don't you have a strip of clean cloth for me, good sir, so I can swathe my feet and
I wonder if we
limbs?
can give him bandages.
Wait, I'll see what I've got.
Maybe I do. Maybe I can't. Yeah, oh, I can. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I seldom meet such a good Samaritan. God shall repay you.
Anytime. Take care now.
Alright. Well, that was lovely. We are hungry. Let me grab some food real fast. That's the wrong thing. M for map. And off to Talmberg we go. I already did that. Why are you... It's weird, they're prompting me with it again. This is... We've ridden through this town, I think, twice now. I have no idea what that town is. It's because we've not actually been there. Not ridden there yet. There's smoke coming out right there? Or is that more cloud? It looks like smoke. We kind of already did that. Could have been another one, I suppose, but... Alrighty. So we need to take this road, I believe. Yes, that's the road. And we're hungry again. When we get to Ujits, we're gonna have to buy some more food because we are completely out now. And with the sun coming down, we might actually have to try to find an inn there. Spend the night. I think they have an inn. I would assume so.
Yeah.
Oh, we got something like a wagon or something up here. Another accident site. I don't see any bags or anything we can take from this one. Mint? I'll take some mint, sure. Reach level in herbalism? Okay, cool. Cool. Let's go, Pebbles. You know, Pebbles, you're pretty great. I am curious though if there are ways we can increase your carrying capacity. Maybe increase your strength or something, or if we can find another horse that has a higher carrying capacity. Just food for thought, things to think about. Not that you're not great, Pebbles, because you're fantastic. Privitslavitz, I think. Forest is where we're at. I think Lady Stephanie said something about that town once when we saw her. This vague memory of that name coming up. I swear I've seen it somewhere before. Maybe Lady Stephanie, or maybe something. I don't know. Someone else said it. I had a feeling it was Lady Stephanie. These little footpaths that go off all over the place in these woods. Which, I mean, makes sense. Alrighty. Assuming this is Ujits. Is this all Ujits? Is it all one big town here? Discovered Ujits. Find out where the limping man lives. Will do. Let's do it. We got a fast travel point to Ujits now. I was gonna say, I'm not seeing anyone. Are there people over here somewhere? Like a trader of some sort. Grocer, yeah.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
I mean, I'm not a knight. Fellow with
I'm
a
looking
limp.
for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Ratai.
Okay, thank you for that information.
May the Lord watch over you.
Actually, hold on. I do need to buy some food.
Farewell.
I kind of want to dry stuff. Not dry stuff. I was just thinking dried meat. I kind of want to buy stuff that is not going to spoil on me. Lodgings. Oh, so we got an inn here. Cool. Alehouse maid.
God
What do
be
you
with
got?
you. Do you need anything?
Yes. Do you have anything to... I might come back here for this. Bacon. Cooked hare meats. You guys do have cooked meats. And savior schnapps. Which is... You actually are selling savior schnapps cheaper than the alchemist in Rattay. Let's buy all of your bacon. I feel like that probably keeps pretty well. This stuff is going to go bad pretty quickly. 10 bacon's probably... You know, actually... How much nourishment does it give? 15? Oh, no, that's pretty good. Yeah, 15's pretty good. I can give some of this to Mutt as well. If it starts going... Well, not if it starts going bad, but I can just give some of it to him as well. Cooked hare meat is 8? Okay. Actually, yeah, that's good. Let's haggle.
Let's talk about the price.
Aye.
Let's try to go... Am I... Oh, gosh, I'm paying 90? Jeez. I guess it was like... I guess it was 9.9.
What do you say to this?
That's not enough.
Oh, you did not like that, did you? 94. Let's go 91.
All right, so
91 groschen for some bacon, huh? Excuse me, Mutt. Okay, so they did tell me that there is, assuming over here, Lubosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Kind of cool, this little valley here in between the two segments of the town. There's, oh geez, there's a lot of people. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Cutscene? These guys are wearing Talmberg colors. They must be under Divish's
Move along,
rule.
citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
That
Well, I'm
Curious
the
looks really
bailiff of
good.
Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit.
Well,
Well, allow me to introduce you.
I mean, because no one else could
Limpy
possibly
Lubosh.
have a limp.
Or all that's left of him.
They were fighting when they were in no, oh jeez. Wow.
Sakra.
Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Okay. When was the body found?
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
Limpy
A poor crofter
Lubosh.
and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Don't feel like the limp is important. I mean, if we get the option to ask, I'll ask, but did he have any
Did
cronies?
he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
I mean, if he hasn't been seen the last
Do you
few
happen
days,
to
he's
know
probably
where
been
he
dead
was
for a
on the night
while.
of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
I guess we'll
How
ask
come
this.
he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Alright, you were not very helpful at all, honestly. More about him.
Another thing about Lubosh.
Never mind. Not very helpful at all. Okay, cool. Aren't you you're the bailiff? Shouldn't you know these kind of things? It's not a huge town. How about you?
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
I hope so too. Can you tell me about it?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
Have you noticed anything
Have you noticed
suspicious?
anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Who is Lubosh?
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. We didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
No, that's terrible. Okay, you weren't much help
That's all.
either.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, shoot. Mash, Maple, Marge, Villager, Townsman, Villager, Joseph, or Joseph, Lumiere, Villager, Archery Master, Villager. Okay, I guess we'll start with you, Lumiere.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know anything about
Ooh,
it,
my speech
but
is
ask
gone.
all you want.
Notice anything suspicious?
Have you noticed anything
Start with this
suspicious
question
recently?
every single time.
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession.
Well, that's going to be a
I was wondering
problem.
what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Okay. Crap. That's going to be a problem because the priest isn't just going to tell us what he said in confession. Okay. We'll keep asking you more questions. We'll ask more people to see if we can get another angle.
Tavern very late that night.
If
and I
not, we'll
caught
head
a
over to the
glimpse
priest
of
and see what we
someone
can
entering
do.
the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
That man Lubosh who was murdered. What was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Similar to what
Do you
everyone
know
else
anyone Lubosh used to
kinda
spend
said.
time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good luck to you.
Alright, who's the next one? Yosef? You are named.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
This is grayed out, so
Farewell.
I'm assuming you don't have anything to tell me then. Marsh.
God preserve you, good knight. Can I do something
People
for
really
you?
like it when you're in nice armor that looks clean and undead.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Have you
Start with
noticed
this one.
anything
Always start with
suspicious
this one.
recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday he turned
You're
up at the
very close
church
to
and
me.
even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Okay, all roads seem to point to this priest.
Who was this Lubosh?
We'll
who
keep
was
asking.
murdered?
There are a few other
You
named
could see at first glance he was no
named
good.
people.
I kept well out of his way.
Might also go inside the house and kind of
Do you know
investigate.
what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next person. There's what, I think 2 more. Maple and Mash. Interesting names.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like you. Well, what do I care? Ask.
No.
Sounds like you do kind of care,
Have you
actually.
noticed anything suspicious recently?
I didn't see much of him lately. Not even in the tavern.
Yeah. Yesterday in church.
In church, as it happens.
Okay.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin. I never saw him with anyone.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home at all. Wait, are you saying he...
Yes,
Jesus.
that's exactly what we're saying. Yeah,
That
who was
man
he?
Lubosh who was murdered. What was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered.
What I heard
Lord
about
knows
him
how he made a
was
living.
right skin
Well,
flint.
maybe now I've got an idea or two.
She was well pleased,
That's
as
all.
you can imagine.
Thank you.
Even more when I told her
Take care.
Tonda will
And Mash.
That's great.
God be with you.
A bit of extra coin never hurts.
Y'all are all very dirty. Like, all of you have very dirty faces right now. That's grayed out. Okay. Everything is pointing toward this priest, and I really have no idea how well that is going to go. Y'all are just walking straight into this house. Really? You want to see this? Head?
What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head.
Or
Could
oh,
they
you
have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him. That would explain why he didn't scream.
okay? You can investigate. Read.
An inscription in blood. It's a pity I don't know how to read. Looks like they wanted to give someone a warning.
Yeah.
But who? And a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
Yeah. I saw their torso. There we go.
Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything?
Let's search this area. We'll just increase our lockpicking skill while we're in here. Yeah. Oh, a much... Ooh, new lockpicking perk. Let's go. I think it's the one we earned last time. One of the times we... I can't even think. Horse hide, red deer hide. Okay, that's fine. When we were trying to do Pechek's quest the first time we were trying to do it. Let's move this to horse. That to horse. Move that to horse. Okay. Sounds good. Are there any clues in here? Probably not in the larder. Oh, hello. Why are you just in this man's house? Not seeing anything. Let's try this one. From here. Close the door. Oh, inspect.
Nothing unusual.
Inspect.
Nothing unusual.
We inspected these. So we'll keep looking for the inspect things, I guess. Need to go to other places in the house. Maybe we'll find something? Wait, what? Okay. We get the inspect. Ooh, we right here.
Nothing here.
Nothing there?
Nothing here.
Okay. Oh.
Nothing here.
Nothing here.
Nothing here.
Okay. Maybe there was stuff in here that I could inspect that I didn't. I don't think there is, and it's it. Okay. We shall. You know, actually, now that I've talked to everyone that was here over here, maybe you have something to say. No, you don't.
May the Lord watch over you.
Okay. Is this part of the Lubosh property here? Another easy lockpick. Let's get out of sight lines. No. Stop. I don't want to be... That guy will see me. You know, it's honestly, that's completely fair, having them make me actually walk over there. Completely fair. And I respect them for that choice. Anything with the house? Like a hole in the roof or something that these people, I don't know, dropped in at?
I'm me and Mistress Zora have a few stable
There is a ladder right there. But that might just be part of the house. I don't know. Okay, let's go talk to this priest. Let's see if we can convince him to tell us what's up with confessions. I just don't feel like that's going to pan out at all. It is also the day is coming to a close, so might not be a bad time to bed down for the evening soon. Alrighty. Hello, Father Godwin. Do you have any work? Oh, you can give me work? Okay, cool. Can I ask you a few questions?
Blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Let's just go straight for it. I bet this has something to do with the confession.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation.
Yeah,
but
that's kind of what I expected.
What? I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Let's try this.
Anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay, well, I guess this is
Father,
the
surely
next
you
path.
can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
Ooh. Our speech is very high right now. It's a 6 plus 4, so it's actually a 10. I don't want to intimidate him. I don't feel like that. I just don't feel good about that. It's between these two. Let's try this one.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to
I don't know if we're going to get anything out of this guy.
Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Take care now.
Meet the parish priest in the tavern in the evening. It's evening. It is evening. Let's, I guess we'll go to the tavern with, Father Godwin. Hello, Mutt. Hey, good boy. Good boy. Actually, you should praise him and give him food soon. Are we here, or are we... Oh, I got stuck on something there for a second. Not sure if it was Godwin, or I ran into something semi-invisible. I'm not sure. Bailiff? Alright, we will sit here and we shall... Where did you just pull that out from?
I'd like a beer.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
I'm from Skalitz.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have said as happy as I did,
sorry.
but yes.
What about your kin?
They're dead.
They're dead.
Just be up front.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
If we
that.
want him to be up front, we need to be up front.
Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
Yeah, it was.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle.
I'll bring it right away.
My parents, my girl.
Hey.
Even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle.
Yeah, give me a minute.
I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child.
Whoa, you just
May God
came out of
grant them
nowhere.
eternal
Hello.
rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
Well, he did. Yeah.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened in Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
It's not. That's definitely not important. It is definitely important.
The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarreled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So,
wait,
about this confessional scene.
That was weird. Tell me about you,
want
Father, and
innocent
then
people to die?
jump
Henry,
to something else completely.
That's not how it works.
Very quickly.
There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I'll bring it right away.
Yeah. The confessional thing is... I'm not going to say this because I don't think it'll respond to that. I'm going to try to garner some sympathy, but the confessional thing is a big sticking thing.
End. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
I hope so.
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujitz isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical.
Yeah, it needs to be relevant.
Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days.
Mm-hmm.
And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay,
Hey.
and you will have
Yeah.
absolution.
Yeah.
What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With
I
such
didn't expect to
money
be getting a
gained from
sermon.
the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the
Dang.
poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Man, this guy got all fiery about this.
Well,
Dang.
this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the
Sounds
folk
like
I
you're
preach to.
justifying, though.
I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
You want to preach against
Don't
debauchery?
you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes
Yeah.
and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Hail as usual.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
I mean, if you want to look... You'd stop condemning that, but, I mean, if you want to look at a biblical basis, like... I mean, yeah. You're not going to escape that. Teaching.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons.
I can't
If you're
read.
interested, you can read them
I
at
should have
my
talked to the
presbytery.
scribe. What do the folks
What
think
do the
about it?
common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves.
Yeah.
But are afraid
Someone's
to say aloud.
someone's relatable,
Things that make
speaking
them
quite
angry.
literally speaking their
They're calling
language,
for
speaking
change.
Czech.
In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
I guess that's enough.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
All right, sure. Why not?
That sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
And we leveled up in our drinking. Of course we did. Drinking with a priest in middle of the town. Oh. A cutscene going. Icing with the priest as well? Okay, okay, okay. Oh, we need to play that dice game again soon. That game's fun. I haven't seen anyone playing it though, so I don't know if I can just play it whenever. Whoa, Henry. Henry, Teresa. Teresa Henry.
Enough of this.
Hello, Bailiff.
Bailiff, come on over here. Sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Well, isn't there a scribe in town?
Men, throw them out.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Oh, now we're fighting in. Okay, all right. We drank with the priest, diced with the priest. Now we're fighting with the priest. This is ooh, we got a perk in drinking. We're winning clinches. That's good. Just we're like we are block. Okay. We are our vision is all blurry and shaking around a bit. We're definitely drunk. I hear the bells going off in the middle of the night. Ooh. Someone hit me good there. Through my armor and everything. You reach new level in warfare? Okay. Maybe my strength will level up doing this as well. Alright, he's down. Oh, lift your head up, Henry. Stop looking at the ground. Oh, God. Reach a new level and unarmed. Alright, we got some levels. Let's go. Is it raining? Climb the bell tower.
I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
I don't...
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like.
Let's say Godwin's concubine. Oh my gosh.
Watch the step, my dear.
I don't like this is going. Oh jeez, we're so drunk.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
In the middle of the night. Oh, I would be so irritated. Oh,
this
man.
is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Yeah. Henry, Teresa. I could do with a bite to eat.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here.
Oh my gosh.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
This is taking quite turn. Oh gosh. Yeah. All right. Well, Henry, you've had you've had a night, my friend. You have had a night, and are you bad? Are you pretend? What is happening? Mutt, why didn't you stop us? What's going on? Where are we going? Are we just walking around the field now? Oh jeez. Oh jeez. This is like actually making me dizzy. Oh my goodness.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
So that last scene, I don't know how YouTube is going to like it, so I may have to do a little editing there to cover some of that stuff up, because I don't
Godwin, you beast.
not quite sure on the
Get up.
community guidelines and everything.
Do you hear me?
So I have to be a little careful about that.
Wake
but
up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher.
Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about?
Sounds like you got mass, my friend.
Alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Mass.
Henry. Yeah.
Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
I'm in the same state that you are.
So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this?
Oh, it is not flawless. So many things could go wrong.
I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We reached another level in drinking.
So all at once, the confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
Yeah, this doesn't... Okay, well... Yeah.
Well, alright. Well, I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
Yeah, so this plan isn't flawless. What are you talking
I'll go
about?
start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's
Oh,
that.
gosh.
No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Oh my gosh, I hope I was paying attention. I hope I
Fine, then.
remember it.
We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Yeah, I really definitely cannot guarantee the quality of this sermon. I feel like I should probably not walk into the church just dressed like this. Oh. Why just the helmet? What in the world? Okay, let's put some actual clothes on before we go in there. We don't look terrible. Normally I think I would close the episode off here. However, I want to make sure, because it's the last recording I'm doing for today.
What's the matter with you?
I'm coming, go. I want to make sure that I have the sermon he gave me fresh in my mind as best as I can. So we're gonna do this sermon in this episode, and then after the sermon we'll end, because I want to make sure I get this as good as possible. Oh, jeez.
I thought he'd never show up. The swill pole.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas.
This is a disaster. Oh my goodness.
Hoc facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who's here at the behest
Here at the
of
here at
Sir
the best.
Hanush
Little typo there.
to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
I kind of am as well, honestly. So I want to do this correctly, and I want to probably modest to length start a lengthy sermon. Honestly, ooh, -1, -2. I want to try to do a sermon much like he did. He was pretty brazen, pretty confident.
Brothers
so
and sisters,
let's go.
Let me get straight to the
right
point.
into it.
I'd like to talk
pretty,
about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
It worked. It worked. Oh, we're timed. God stands ahead of church. Reject desolate priests. He was talking about like the wealth and everything that they do that's bad.
To defy them face to face if they live
Oh, the
contrary
timing
to
hurts.
God's commandments.
Hear that, Godwin?
Continue harshly, maybe?
It is the
He was
corruption
really
of God's
fiery.
pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth
It's working.
that the church is drowning
Just throw it right in
is
their
poisoning
faces.
almost the whole of Christendom.
Oh my gosh.
When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves
Good job,
absolution.
Henry. Direct quote.
Shame upon them!
Talk about the sin of fornication. Talk about drunkenness. To sin is human. He said one of these two. So let's go fornication. Even though that's what we just
They
did
live
last
with
night.
harlots and
Oh gosh.
concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly
Oh,
robes?
they're gonna throw this at Godwin.
We don't know about already.
Oh yeah. We'll keep going
Enough
fiery.
about sin, which the prelates are
Keep
so
going.
fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay?
They like
Will
the
the
this.
bishops
Okay.
tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates. Away with them.
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
Stand up for Godwin. We got to,
God
because
sees what
he
is
has
happening on
information
earth,
for us.
and
We
he is
have to
filled
stand up
with
for it.
righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort
Mammon
of
being
lucrative
greed.
posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye,
All honor to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
We justified.
That is
Okay.
all I heard in Prague.
Great.
Amen.
All right. Well. Oh, we're still going. We're still going. We're still going.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that huss.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a
I'm
silver
glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, and he told it nicely.
Alrighty. There we go. Went over well. You know what? God was right. Flawless plan.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
Yeah, yeah, let's
what
go.
What did Limpy Lubos tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you?
Well, now Lubos came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed.
That's the fight that we were
Neither
being
he
told
nor
about.
his cronies wanted anything to do with that.
That the people who were
So they
attacking
fell out
were
from the
started
gang and
fighting
fled.
with each other.
Fell out.
Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense.
About as pious
You
as,
make
yeah,
an
as
excellent
Henry is.
priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Yeah, I was say that's the only location we've got.
Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
That seems a little.
Well, I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
Yeah.
Anyone should ask.
I was gonna say I'm not sure if that is
I'll deny everything.
best for your health at this point. Well, that is going to do it for our episode. We went long because I'm glad we did because I needed to try to remember as much of that sermon as possible. But that is going to do it for episode 12. I will see you hopefully in the next episode for episode 13. But until that point, take care of yourselves and I will see you later. Goodbye.